Good morning students, how are you? In the previous video I have told you to read these pages thoroughly. I hope you have read. Clear? So today's topic is India and the world. In this passage, this is the main question: by Indian Ocean named after India. By Indian Ocean named after India. First of all, I am explaining in brief. First point is no other country, Indian Ocean. Clear? No other country has a long coastline on the Indian Ocean as India has. Here is India. Clear? Second is India has a central location between the East and the West Asia. Here is East and West Asia. Third is the Trans-Indian Ocean routes which connect the countries of Europe. Here is Europe. Europe which connect it in the west and the countries of East Asia provide a central location to India. Central location to India. Clear? Europe. Next is in this passage. Now come on this page. In this passage, the main question is how was the location of India contributed to exchange of ideas and commodities. I am repeating again. How has the location of India contributed to exchange of ideas and commodities? In the short, we can say the first of all, India's contacts with the world have continued through ages, but her relationship through the land routes are much older than her maritime contacts. The various passes across the mountains in the north have provided passages to the Asian travelers. They traveled through the land, while the ocean restricted they ocean create a problem. They restricted them to enter their country. So land was the main routes, and these routes have contributed in the exchange of ideas. These routes means land routes. Land routes have contributed to in the exchange of ideas and commodities. Since ancient times, the ideas of the Upanishad and the Ramayana, the stories of Panchatantra, the Indian numerals and the decimal system thus could reach many parts of the world through the land routes. Clear? After that, on the other hand, the influence of Greek sculpture and the architectural style of dome and the minerals from West Asia can be seen in the different parts of the country. So we can say in the short form, India's society has not developed in the isolation. India's contacts with the outside world have continued through the ages. Clear? They contributed much to exchange of the ideas and products with the outside world through the land routes. Next is India's neighbors. India's neighbors, we know very well which are the neighbors: Pakistan, Afghanistan, China, Nepal, Bhutan. These are clear. These are the countries who are the neighbors of India. India occupies an important strategic position in South Asia. South Asia, here is clear. South Asia. India has 29 states and 7 union territories. India shares the land boundaries with Pakistan and Afghanistan in the north west north, south, east, west, northwest side. Clear? China, Nepal and Bhutan in the north. Here is north. These lies in the north direction. Nepal, China and Bhutan. And after that Myanmar and Bangladesh in the east. Myanmar and Bangladesh are in the east direction. After that, our southern neighbors across the sea consist of two island countries. Two island countries, Sri Lanka and Maldives. Sri Lanka and Maldives. Clear? These are in the southern part. Clear? After that, Sri Lanka is separated from India. Here is Sri Lanka is separated from India by the Palk Strait. Here is and the Gulf of Mannar, while Maldives islands are situated to the south of Lakshadweep. Here is Lakshadweep and Maldives are situated in the to the south of the Lakshadweep island. Clear? India has had strong geographical and historical links with her neighbors. So, first of all, see the map, and after that you can understand better. Thanks. Have a nice day.